What's up, this is Nak3d Eli, the mostly unclothed gamer. Hope you guys have been enjoying my Halo Legendary speedrun guides. We're finally on to Halo 2. We're going to start off by killing that dude with our BR so that he doesn't talk. Basically, we skip his dialogue by murdering him, and then that will activate this door slightly earlier. So it's good habit to get into doing that every single time. Now, if you'll notice, I'm trying to play on the anniversary graphics because they're much prettier. But if you want to be precise and look at the map geometry, then you always want to switch to classic mode. That's why a lot of speedrunners speedrun on classic, because you can see the enemy's heads better, there's less stuff to distract you visually, but hell, I think the game's really pretty, so I'm going to do my best to speedrun as much as possible in anniversary mode. Starting off, you want to drop, don't touch those grunts, so that activates the next sequence right here of these guys to see you. Normally when you backsmack them, they die. He didn't there, which caused me to get a delay on picking up that plasma pistol. Normally I'd pick it up immediately, shoot that glass and jump up, but running through there worked just fine. Here we're going to jump through that window. I guess you should practice it a little bit. I don't think the jump's terribly difficult. Running up here, you're completely safe, no snipers on the ground or anything, and then sometimes this dude will jump behind the box and save himself, so that's unfortunate. If that happens, shoot him like that. Now we're going to noob combo pretty much everything, which means we're going to have a plasma pistol in our pockets and a BR as our primary weapon, and then anytime you see a shielded enemy, you pull out the plasma pistol. Anytime you see an enemy, I would say with bare skin, like the grunts, then you can basically just shoot them. Any naked dudes, just shoot the naked dudes with your BR. Now I ran out of my plasma pistol early. Normally you could take out all of those waves with the grunts by chucking a frag and then using noob combo to take out the elites, or even like plasma pistol overcharging one of the elites, then throw a frag and everything just blows up. It's very pretty and cool when you get that nailed down. But if you run out of ammo, which is very likely to happen on this section, then I showed you the positioning where you want to be. Now here you want to be aggressive on that white elite. You can shoot him before he gets past that purple blast door, and he can't shoot you. Oh man, I've got like a weird hiccup burp thing going on here. Alright, we should be good. Now we've got a couple frags here, so you're going to want to pick those up by this dude's dead body. And then there's several ways to jump up to here. We're gonna shoot this dude in the head. Sometimes he drops 1 or 2 frag grenades, as you can tell. I've now got 3 little frag grenades, which will be helpful, I think, eventually in the run. And here is a part where you actually want to switch to classic so that you can see through the floor. Notice that in anniversary, it was paved over. I don't know why they did that, because this part's very useful for us. Obviously, the anniversary designers were not speedrunners. Now you drop down there, don't hit into the elites or else they'll turn around and shoot at you, and then if you have your shields not recharged right there, you won't get that checkpoint, and you'll have to do both fights back to back, which sucks, so don't do that. Now here we're going to grab that extra plasma pistol on the ground, throw a plasma to distract any enemies that might be shooting or looking at you, and then we're going to do basically rinse and repeat of last fight. Now the difference here is that the grunts are really dangerous, and you can't just take them out with frags. Well, I guess in this sequence I could have, but we tend to use plasmas on this part to save our frags for later, as you'll see. For the drones, I'm pretty sure is why we're saving those. And now I would suggest using this pole and the floor as cover. What I'm trying to do is make sure that only one dude is shooting me at a time, and that I can only shoot one dude at a time. That's sort of the ideal. Now you notice that I saw a plasma drop behind me, so you can reposition to this corner. And both, I think, are very, very safe. Both of these points are much safer than fighting on the ground, which is what I used to do in Halo 2 before I really started practicing speedruns. This method is just infinitely safer and infinitely easier. I'm obviously making it look a little bit easier than it is, especially if you've never done this fight before. But with a little bit of practice, you could actually do much better than what I'm doing right now. I myself am relatively new to Halo 2. It's probably my least played of all the Halo games. Part of that reason is because it's just so brutal. Look at this guy doing the little shot, I don't know what you call it, the SMG teabag. That's what we'll call it for today. Pick up some BR and frags right there. Watch that, what do they call it, the Mazda 3 getting blown up in the back there. And now, we used to take the sword down this section, and you could sword cancel over the elite's head, but they took out sword canceling and sword flying in Master Chief Collection. Very sad. I don't think it was intentional, but just the way the geometry works now, you can't fling off of their bodies, and the frame rate's too high to do sword flying. Alrighty, so now we shoot another plasma pistol overcharge down because another elite's creeping his way up. The first one didn't hit because he was doing this weird little spy move down there at the bottom right of that door, but then he moves forward and we can get the easy shot. Notice also, I don't think I mentioned my positioning for the checkpoint, is you want to be at the top of the stairs after that fight or else you won't get the checkpoint there. And then you'll have to redo the whole fight, and I know you don't want to do that. Now here you got a couple noob combos and stickies. You can take these guys out any which way you want, but don't cross the door here because that's what causes this next spawn to happen. So you want to immediately move here, jump up to here, and then run to the back at this line, and then you're safe from fire down there. So if you spawn everything early, you probably won't be able to make that jump safely. That little jump right there through that window, you should probably practice before trying it on Legendary. It's kind of weird, you don't want to hit your head on the ceiling thing, but once you get it down and you figure it out, it's not too bad. Now here, if you push through really quickly, then this second wave won't spawn, but as soon as I saw my radar that big red group, the big red dot of, I don't know, big red group of dots, that's what I was trying to say, then I pulled back, used that thing, that little box for cover, and the fight really wasn't any sweat. Now here I like to shoot a plasma pistol overcharge and then a sticky. Sometimes you can get a nice stick on the dude, and I was checking here to see if his shields were off. They were not. I'm going to push forward, and then if you're quick enough here, the third elite won't even see you. If he is fast, then you should probably kill him, but you don't want to because you want to use this frag and jump up here before he even gets to you. Now by being up here and not being close to the map and not killing the third flying blue elite, you can actually skip the final two elites that would come on this last section over here. So this is a very convenient route, and right here we drop down. Thank you whoever made Halo 2 with no fall damage. I love that. I love the verticality of this game. Now here you can time this and get really good at optimizing these dudes. Basically using your frags to blow up as many drones as possible, so that's where our frags come in handy. And then you want to BR the rest to death. They like to hang out in these corners, up on the ceiling, and then once they're all dead, you can jump on down and throw a frag off the roof there, or just throw it in the back. That'll blow up some of the grunts. I noticed on my radar that a couple drones were still alive, and I wanted them dead so they wouldn't come down and start shooting at me while I was scoped in and trying to BR stuff. So throw a plasma, that'll throw all these dudes in disarray, and then use your overcharge on the elites as we always do. Noob combo for the win. Come down here, grab new plasma pistol, you get tons of BR ammo and grenades here. So this is going very smooth. Cairo is, I think, a fun mission to speedrun because there's not a lot of RNG, and it really does just come down to skill in terms of can you kill these things and not be killed. I like that I can sort of control my fate in that regard. Now there, he's right at the point where the overcharge wasn't tracking, unfortunately, and then he's going to drop down, so I'm going to miss a couple overcharges. That'll cost us a little bit of time, and then finally you can BR this dude to death, or you can shoot an overcharge as such. Now you want to pick up a brand new plasma pistol and then pick up another brand new plasma pistol, because for the final room you're gonna want plasma pistol. Here you throw a sticky just to be basically a boss if you hit one of those. I actually nailed it for the first time in my marathon. I don't know how many of you guys were there for that, and I don't remember how many thousands of people were watching, but I was freaking out and I was like, oh my god, someone donate to the charity for that. That was amazing, and people actually donated for the sticky. They said 6 stick bro, so that made me very happy. Now coming into here, we have dual plasma pistols. Didn't really talk about what we did there, but you basically just BR the two elites to death. The reason we don't plasma pistol overcharge them is that it sometimes misses, and you don't really have a lot of cover to hide behind. So if you choke, you're dead. So BR is just way easier. And then here, this is just rinse and repeat, overcharge. You can go left. You can also jump around the corner here, sort of jump up and then fall back. It's slightly riskier, slightly more aggressive. You have plenty of time to just wait for your shields to come back because they don't actually charge into you. Now here I thought that dude was still alive somehow, and you'll see in a second here that his ragdoll is friggin' hilarious. So we're gonna move on up. There's one more dude hiding behind here. Kill him, and then check out this white elite on the wall right here. So that is Cairo Station. in under 10 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope the guide was helpful for explaining the fights, and I'll catch you next time on Outskirts.